In this video, I'm trying to find the equation of the altitude in a triangle that goes through point A. I've got it marked right here. What I know about altitudes is they go through a vertex and they hit the opposite side perpendicular. So this ought to be perpendicular here. I just eyeballed it, but I'm pretty confident. Well, to find the equation of anything, when you ask me for the equation, I start looking around for information. I say, look, do I either have a point that it goes through and another point that it goes through, or a point and a slope? Well, I've got a point right here. It goes through 0, 2. So I've got that information, but I don't see anything about the slope. I don't see another point over here. It looks like I'm sunk, except I know something about perpendicular lines. I've got a line right here, and I've got a line right there. They're perpendicular, and I know something about their slopes. I know that if I know the slope of one, I can get the slope of the other by finding its opposite reciprocal. We often just say, flip it over and make it the opposite. Well, if I can get the slope of BC, then I'll just have to flip it over and make it the opposite to get the slope of A and whatever this point is, the slope of the altitude. So here I go. Let me get the slope of BC. I'm just going to write this down. BC has a slope that is 6 minus negative 2. That's the rise. To get the rise, I subtract the y's. 6 minus negative 2. To get the run, I'll subtract the x's. 6 minus 8. Well, let's do a little simplifying here. This is 8. This is negative 2. And so I'm getting negative 4 for the slope of BC. Well, don't make the mistake of thinking that that's the slope of the altitude. That's the slope of BC. The slope of the altitude is the opposite reciprocal. So the reciprocal of 4 is 1/4. Not sure what happened there. 1/4. And this was negative, so we'll make this positive. So here's my slope of the altitude. Well, we now know a slope and we know a point. We're set to go. Y equals 1/4 x plus the y-intercept. Some people can look right away and say, oh, well, since the x-coordinate is 0, that makes 2 the y-intercept. If you're not confident with that, that's okay. You can say, look, I know the equation has to say this. 1/4 times the x-coordinate plus something has to give me the y-coordinate. Let me say it again. 1/4 times the x-coordinate plus something has to give me the y-coordinate. Well, if the x-coordinate is 0, 1/4 times that would also be 0. 0 plus something has to get me 2. Well, that's 2. So here's the equation. Y equals 1/4 x plus 2. Again, some people could look at the coordinates right here and immediately say, well, the y-intercept must be 2. If not, you can go through that process and find out what it is. All right, that's it.